C-A-T-C-H-I-N-P-I-P-S. I've been C-A-T-C-H-I-N-P-I-P-S. I've been.
Hey, it's your man Charlie P. Last video we went over my angel dust strategy. In this video you get to see me take that trade real time. Let's go. All right, y'all, this is what I do every night before I go to bed. I try to see if I can see anything that looks like it might be one of my trading setups developing. In this situation, I'm looking at G-Chiff, and it looks like an angel dust trade is about to is setting up for me. So I've already done a strategy video where I break down exactly what I look for in an angel dust trade, and it looks like this is what's about to happen here. So I wanted to show you in real time what I look at. It's easy to say, yeah, it's already done it, see, I told you so, after it's happened, but you have to learn how to catch this stuff in real time. So I wanted to show my thought process as the trade develops. So what I'm looking at right now and why I think is going to end up being an angel dust trade is because first of all, we already know we're looking to sell because we're under the purple line. Second thing is the price is starting to coast along the 10 EMA, and then also my green line down here, which is my Ehlers Fisher, that's starting to get where it's almost above the 50 level. And we know that if we're selling, then and if price is kind of if it's happening under the 10 EMA, then we want this to be above the 50 level because we're looking for an opposite. This is below the purple and also kind of below the white. And then this is above the 50 level. That's looking like it's about to happen. Third thing, we're looking for PCP. That's angel dust, right? So we got peak, center, pass. I got my peak and my center already because here's my peak and then my center is right here. And so I'm going to draw my line. Oops, there we go. So I drew my line to end right below this red candle, and that's my center point. So the last thing I need is my last P, that pass candle, right? We know the pass candle has to happen at a certain time. If we look back at the rules, which I actually got the rules pulled up real quick, my pass candle has to close at between 2 and 3 a.m. Eastern time, which is 9 or 10 o'clock chart time. So let's just look at the chart time real quick. Right now it's 7 o'clock chart time. So I got a couple more hours before I got to worry about it. So down here it says 9 o'clock chart time. So what would happen right around where this white line is, the vertical white line, or right here at 10 o'clock. So if I wake up and that 9 or that 10 o'clock candle is a pass candle, meaning that it's going to be a red candle that passes and it closes through this black line, then we know we're going to hop in that trade. So we'll come back and just see how that develops. But again, I would definitely encourage you to take a look at that angel dust strategy video. It's the setup that I see happen the most often. And hopefully this develops into one so I can, like I said, I want you all to see this real time so that you can learn what to look for and kind of get an idea like, oh, okay, I see how he's saying that might set up into one of those trades. But anyway, we'll come back and take a look at and see what happens. Man, they got me. Well, I got myself rather. Pretty much, man, I slept through London session. I ain't even set my alarm like an idiot. Did not set my alarm, but 9 o'clock chart time, like we predicted. There's our pass candle. Broke right through our black line that we had, our support line. So, and then also I noticed, of course, we have the Ehlers Fisher above the 50 level while the candles are coasting along the 10 EMA. But I really wanted I was able to catch a couple of entries this morning. I really wanted to get that recorded last night during London session, but it didn't happen. And when I woke up this morning, pretty much this 15-minute candle was closing right here, this red candle. And so I just hopped in right away. I had time to get the recorder set up and I just hopped in on these couple of entries here. But where I was supposed to have gotten in was right here at the bottom of this pass candle. Normally we don't have drawdown when the pass candle happens in London session, but in this situation, yeah, they gave us a little scare, or would have if we'd have been in a trade. We'd have been down 14 and a half pips, which is getting pretty close to my 20 pip maximum that I like to take. That's normally where I set my stop losses, about 20 pips away from my entry. So I probably would have gotten just a little bit nervous, but I'm glad that that happened to a degree, because it shows, it just goes to show you need to just trust your strategy, because the candle would have, when it was completely green right here, a lot of people, a lot of folks might have just got scared and hopped out and just been like, oh snap, it's gonna get me. Let me go ahead and just take it out before it hits my stop loss. Man, trust your stop loss. If you trust your trade and trust your stop loss and just let it do what it does, you're not gonna win them all, but you also don't want to knock yourself out the trade and then it goes in the direction you want it to, and then you be sitting there, mad for real, because you just lost money you didn't have to lose. But anyway, I just want to go over one more time exactly why I took this trade. So remember, we're under the purple, so we know that we want to sell. We've got the candles coasting along the 10 EMA, and this is above the 50 level right here. Here's our peak. Remember, we need PCP for angel dust. P, the first P is peak. C is our center. And then here's our pass candle, and it happened at 9 o'clock chart time, which, is a proper time. And so the only other thing I need to do now is figure out my target. Where do I want to try to take profit? So what I like to do to figure out where to take profit is I like to go to the H4 chart and just kind of scroll out a little bit, or zoom out some, and get an idea of where. That's a little bit too much. Let me scroll over this way. There we go. That's better. So I see 2 points of interest, one here and one here. So this is a major level of support, because you've got over here, I can see the H4 came and hit this point, bounced off of it, and then it also happened again right here. I actually pull this down just a little bit. But yeah, H4 hit that point a couple times, and then also right here, this is a major level of support because we've hit here. So what I would do, I guess to be optimistic, I'm going to go ahead and just set my take profit here, just above this support level. I've got two entries, so I'm not too sure which one I just grabbed. Let's see. Let me do it this way. Grab the top one. That's the bottom one. All right, cool. And then let me zoom back out and drag both of these down here. So now I know I got my take profit set on both of those. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, how many pips is that? That's approximately 80. Yeah, that's approximately 80 pips right there. If this target gets hit, and this would be, let's see, on this black line, that's about 50 pips. So cool. So here's what I'm seeing happening. Being that it's Friday, the market usually won't move quite as much as it would on a normal day. I just hate it on Friday, like it ain't normal. But on a like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is normally where the most movement happens. But also the market usually moves in 3 pushes. So and what I mean by that is, like, this is push number 1. These 3 red candles, just because it's 3 candles, I don't mean that's 3 pushes, but just this move, this downward move, that's 1. And then you see it starts moving sideways. So you got 1, and then it consolidates sideways. Now we're on the second push down. So we've got 2. This candle looks like it's about to go ahead and end bullish. It's going to end green more than likely. I hope it doesn't, but if it does, then that would, to me, say this red candle was our second push, and then it's going to start the third push. And if that starts the third push, we probably won't go too much further than this 50 pip mark, and I'll just go ahead and just get out the trade and take my 50 pips. But yeah, and I want to focus on pips on this one. I don't really want to get into money, just because, again, this channel is Catching Pips with Charlie P. And a lot of people get caught up in seeing other people post, thousands of dollars in profit, and then it causes them to try to risk too much too fast because they trying to hurry up and make thousands of dollars and stuff like that. And it's just like, man, just focus on catching these pips. But anyway, we will come back now that we have our take profit set. We'll come back later and see what we got. Hold on. These folks want to come back up to my goal line, bruh. Oh, they want to come back up to my goal line. They want to act like they finna go up. Nah. All right. Give me that. You just gonna have to pay me some more money. That's all. Let me bring these down. They just gonna have to pay me some more money. That's it. No big deal. All right, y'all. We'll come back and see what happens. Okay, it's Monday morning. We're back looking at G-Chiff. As you can see, our target was hit. However, I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I ended up taking profit on this trade Friday afternoon because I don't hold trades over the weekend. I waited as long as I could wait Friday. It was 30 minutes before market closed, and I ended up getting out right at the bottom of this wick. So pretty much I took from here. See, I got in here. So about 38 pips of profit is what I took, which isn't bad at all. Like, that's cool, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I was mad because I'm like, man, I really wanted to show the people 50 to 80 pips, or wanted to show y'all me catching these pips. But you know what? Sometimes you can't knock them all out the park. Sometimes you got to make a smarter move and say, let me just take what I can get right quick. And then, the thing is, on the weekend, and the reason I got out, and actually here's an example I saw this morning. You see this price gap, how when the market opened on Monday, now this is on GJ, but there's a gap in price. And so that normally happens only on Mondays, on Monday morning when the market opens. Sometimes these gaps can be 50 to 100 pips. I mean, they could be huge gaps where the market could have opened up way up here or something. And had that happened to me, you know, even though, let's see, we were right around here, what if this would have gapped up right here Monday morning? That would have knocked me out the trade. Now I'd have took an L for, you know, just because I held the trade over the weekend. I didn't want that to happen. That's why I got out on Friday, you know, at the end of the day. But either way, you still see that the trade ended up developing. You see it came down to our second target we had hit. And remember, we set those targets because this one was about a 50 pip target because the market liked to bounce off this area. But then we also saw a big bounce off of this support area as well. And that's the target that it actually hit. And as you can see, it hit that, and then it's kind of bouncing off of it now. So it may come up a little bit. It may break it. Who knows? But the point is, our target was hit, and that's proof that the strategy works. You saw me take it in real time. My plan is to continue to make videos taking trades real time, though, so that you can see me, see my thought process leading up to the trade. So I think that'll help you more when you're trying to spot these trades as well. So I want to show you in real time me taking these trades as much as I can. But anyway, continue to study the angel dust strategy. Remember, PCP is the most important part of that strategy. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.